It's just two black brothers on the microphone. You already know what the time is. I handle my biz. It ain't no sleeping on the job. Open up your eyelids. We back working on the craft, doing what we do best. Full court running the press. A couple of vets. By request is just two black brothers discussing everything under the sun. Victorious run, rushing for the touchdown. 2-point conversion. We not kicking. We philosophizing with pole politicking. The DJ, period, point blank. The choice ain't too difficult when we do what the mother folks can't. In the paint, we going hard, cause we gotta be. Draft pick, lottery, flow, sacred geometry. That's right, the people do so much talking. They closed their mouth when they had grown-ups talking. I showed up often doing more of the work. It's 4 eyes, now who you with? Well, spoiler alert, it's just two black brothers on the microphone. Getting live for the interview. It's just two black brothers on the microphone. They might teach you a thing or two. It's just two black brothers on the microphone. Tell them if your baby mom asks. It's just two black brothers on the microphone. With a motherfucking podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. I give you more than sauce, not more sauce than me. We're just two black brothers. We call it Bizzy Balboa. What's good? What's good? Welcome back,
good, everybody. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all having me.
No doubt.
You already know. You already know, man. It's the pleasure is ours. So what's been new with you? Let's get right into it.
Let's get right.
On? Yeah, let's get to know you.
Let's get to know you. Yeah. You watching the playoffs? You watching the playoffs? Anything?
I'm reading it. I ain't watching it. I'm working too much right now. But I'm
you be busy.
Exactly. But you know what? I've been working just on like developing my craft. Been writing a lot of new music, and I got this project that I'm working on called Purification. Hoping to have it out by the end of June. But I'm working still because I keep writing. I can't start writing. Man. Sometimes I hear it a certain way, and I'm like, I think I want to go a different route. So I'm trying to just stamp it in and get ready to send it out. But
well, you know what's funny? I just seen a video from Too Short, and where he was talking about how he had got a call to come work with Dre on an unreleased Detox song. So he was like on the way to the studio to meet Dre. He ran into Snoop or whatever, and Snoop was like, "Yo, just do what he tell you. You know, like I mean, you might be there for a minute, but just do whatever the fuck Dre tell you to do or whatever." So he said he was all right, whatever. So he gonna listen to it, but he like, how bad could it be? Type shit. So he said, Snoop Too Short said he had one verse on the song. 16 bars. Like he said he wrote this shit in like an hour or two. Maybe that, maybe less. He said, man, they recorded his verse over and over again for 8 hours.
Damn.
Because Dre kept changing little inflections that he had, different words that he wanted them just the same way. So he said about after 8 hours, he was like, shoot, we good. He said, man, when he got home, Dre called him back, said, yo, we need to tweak something, one more thing, man. So he said he came back and they did another 4 hours. So he said 12 hours on one verse.
One verse.
That Dre just was like a perfectionist. Like the shit got every little word you say gotta be hit right with the same frequencies and everything, or he ain't gonna use it.
Damn, that's some dedication right there to the craft.
Right.
How much you paying for that then? He must be paying.
Who? Dre paying for the studio session? It's Dre studio shit.
How much he paying Too Short for that verse?
It probably wasn't. Well, you know what? Can you put a value on a verse you give it to Dr. Dre for an album called
He ain't gonna put it out.
But at the time, you don't know that.
Man, I remember seeing the interview with Sugar Free, and he was like, he had been sitting on the floor in the studio for like months, and nobody said shit to him. And it was like, "Hey, get up and say something." It was like some random shit on the mic. Yeah. He was like, got up and said the shit. I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." He been in the studio all this time, and then it's just one day they like, "Hey, come say something real quick." You never know
what though.
Way though.
Yeah. Yeah, the legends in the game probably got weird stories like that though, where
they probably got a lot.
We probably spent a month on one verse.
And that's why I be trying to like work with so many people. Like I never really been big on like, yeah, we all about our money, but when it comes to the art, like sometimes I just want to do the art. I don't really be big on like charging for every single thing because I know it's so many artists. I've watched so many interviews where they just happen to be somewhere and it just worked like that. None of them got paid, you know, up front at least, maybe after, but they just started, you know what I mean? So a lot of the people that I work with, they just super passionate people and we all just work together because we good at what we do or we love what we doing. Sometimes we don't even talk about prices, you know what I mean?
It's probably hard to do that anyway.
Yeah, it is because a lot of people, you know, they ain't really trying to pay. They ain't trying to pay for the things. They want to be an artist or they want to be in the industry or whatever, but they'll never want to pay, or maybe they can't pay, excuses, you know. But I don't know. I'd rather just do the art. Sometimes I feel like if I'm doing most of the work or if I'm the stronghold, then yeah, I should get paid. But
I was going to ask you, I was going to say, but let's say you put out a project together. Eventually, somebody got to bring up the money because how y'all going to, like, you going to let them just get all the money from the streams or the plays? Like,
we'll have to talk about that back end if we do.
Yeah, for sure. But I said, man, money is funny, man, because I was just reading this story about a dude. He had bought a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin.
Damn.
Like a few years back, like maybe like 5-6 years ago, he had Bitcoin, but he had no money, so he ordered a pizza and they charged him 10,000 Bitcoin. That same Bitcoin he gave worth $80 million right now.
Right. That's why I was thinking in my head. I'm like 10,000 on
$80 million he paid for a goddamn pizza.
Trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny, yeah. Trying to be funny.
They weren't worth no money back then, I guess.
It wasn't worth nothing when he did it. If you had to give 10,000 of them to get one pizza, it wasn't worth nothing.
Shit, $20 maybe.
But shit, what did the people do with the Bitcoin is the problem. Like, did they fuck it off too? Like, that's the thing. But yeah, with the game, man, you know what's funny now? Because there's so many people in the game. I guess you got a lot of artists who do just look at it like, man, because you know, I'm like one of them dudes. I'm like, if everybody else doing it, I don't want to do it type person. So,
oh yeah, me too.
Even though you like, damn, I need to get mine. But if everybody else trying to do it, like, let me just sit back and chill and watch what they doing. But then again, you know, you giving out a quality product and you should be getting paid for it. But it's a lot of people who just end up doing it for the love, like, because you feel like me doing it for the love. Like the artist we just talked to before you, shit, he was nice, but then the labels start trying to mold him into something that he wasn't. And then at that point, it's like, is it even, if it's work, it's not fun now. Right. Like, if I'm not doing it, you got a lot of basketball players that do that.
The labels do. They take all of the sophistication, the dignity out of it, because art, that's who you are. That's your whole identity. So whenever you bring it to somebody and they like, oh no, maybe change this or maybe put this on, that's like, then you start wondering like, should I even be doing this, or do I like care enough to do this? Some people want to feed their family, but I don't know. That's why on my podcast I always ask the artists pesos or passion. I ask them that to find out like where they mind at, because everybody always be like both. Everybody always say both. They say they want they in it for the passion and they in it for the money. But to me, you're not passionate about something that you wouldn't do for free, because whenever they start putting a stamp on it, then I mean you really gotta love that shit to do it, because they finna alter everything you do. They finna alter all your shit.
I guess once you sign that paper, right? Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah. So that's what I mean. I guess you just sold your soul, like they say, right?
Exactly.
That's why we changed our shit to a non-profit. We tired doing this shit free all the goddamn time. Like, tax write-offs for this shit.
Hell yeah. Post say I'm gonna get smart.
Because you know, shit, you put in like at the end of the day, we do put in a lot of work. Like you put in a lot of work for what you do. Yeah. But I think outside about to open back up, we're gonna be able to move a little bit more, because a lot of podcasts started because of the pandemic. Yep, they couldn't go outside, so they sitting in the house like, fuck it, I gotta make some money. I'm Lil Wayne. Look, me and Paul, when we saw Lil Wayne with a podcast, we was like, shit.
Nigga, when I saw Lil Wayne,
and Wayne got one, like, what we doing, nigga? Wayne got a podcast now.
Yeah,
Shaq just came out with one.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
But the only thing is, like, I'll be like, man, I want to see how many of them people really keep doing it.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. Now that they can afford,
fall off. I've already seen them fall off.
Yeah, they falling off.
That shit.
Now they gotta go too.
It's like it take discipline, man. Like shit. I think we've been doing this for like 12 years, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That shit take. It don't matter who's.
Hey, you know how many times we talked about not doing it too? It's like we just scaled it back from 2 days to 1 because it's like not because we don't like doing it, but it's like, man, we do a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And Poe got his own podcast series with Poe Politicking too. So the other days we not on, he doing those.
Yeah. Bro, whenever I started doing the artist interviews, because my podcast was more just me and my audience. Yeah. When I started doing the artist interviews, I was like, man, I started thinking about y'all and different people that do this, and I'm like, this shit take a
that shit hard because you got to figure out, you gotta have somebody for every week. Shit, you gotta be like, yo, I gotta hit some, because you know what it is. You focusing on your career as an artist too, so it's like I gotta write these songs. I gotta reach out to artists and see if they want to come on, and then out of that, you are gonna have that percentage that ain't gonna show up.
Exactly.
You read to some attitudes?
I
saw you post something about that one time.
Bro, I think the hardest thing for me was the entitlement. It was easy to get these artists. It was the entitlement. Some of them acting like, like they are like, I don't know, like it's a blessing for me.
Lil Wayne. Yeah. Facts.
You don't want to be on time. Like I used to have very strict rules, nigga. I'm only wait about 15, 20 minutes.
That's what we do. Yeah.
I will let you know like a week ahead. You got a week.
If you do that shit for an interview, you wait 15, 20 minutes. If you late for an interview, it's over. If you don't show up on time, they're gonna be like, nah.
And then I would put 2 people on there that nobody knew them, you know what I'm saying? Because then it'll kind of force you to get to know an artist that you never heard of. And that shit was working like a motherfucker, but I'm on the time schedule. I got another artist after you. So
that's waiting, right?
You wasted time.
That's what I told old boy we just had. I was like, you lucky that our next guest basically is gonna be late already, because he didn't come on till like 6:15. So it was like we wasn't tripping because we knew you wasn't gonna probably be on till 7:15, 7:20. So it worked out. But we would have to cut him short.
When I locked in my interview, I wasn't even working. I was fully open. So even when I got the job, I even was like, hey, on this date, I got something to do. And they were like, well, we'll see. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like to me, everything is about communication. I always let people know ahead of time, yo, this day at this time, please let me know if anything happened. We can change it. But when you wait to the
we can give you another day. Don't wait every time we schedule. Like, we got one person, man. We just scheduled this person like 3-4 times. It's like, you know what? At that point, it's like, you know what? Don't even reach back out.
Yeah, I do that. I be really want to do that shit one time, and then I don't be wanting to be scheduled.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to reschedule. I've rescheduled. I tried to reschedule about 3-4 times with me too. I was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna have to charge you. Because I really make time out my day to talk to y'all. So like, nigga, I could have done a billion things waiting on your ass. You know what I'm saying? People gotta have not even a little bit more. People gotta have way more respect when somebody is inviting you to their show, their platform. The least you can do is be on time. Come with something to talk about. Don't be short.
Oh yeah, we talk about that too. You got them dry. You got them dry guests.
Yeah, but so what makes you stand out between what makes you unique? Oh, I'm dope. Like, you know how many people I heard say dope? They say some tight shit too. Yeah, my shit is dope. I got a whole nother vibe, man. I just got a whole vibe.
I got a whole nother vibe. Yeah, I'm like,
I'm a whole nother way, man. I'm just dope. That's like 80% of the answers down.
I'm glad. Let me find that off my list so I don't say that shit.
Nigga, I'm on 5. You be like, that's it, bro? You ain't got nothing else? No, that's it.
Like, honestly, I'm on a whole nother level, bro. No cap, bro.
Check me out on Spotify. I'm like, what? Come on, bro. Nigga, I got 100,000 listeners every month. I'm like, anybody never? But nah, art is funny though. You know what it is? But the reason why they like that is because like we was talking about, if you forcing something on yourself, people gonna see that. They gonna see you that you forced or that you went against what your craft was. Like right now, if you start dropping gangbanging songs and shit like that, they like, yo, what's up with Bizzy, man? Like the label didn't probably got to her and told her they want to market her as a gangster for whatever. That
was my old life. But yeah.
Right. Something like that. Yeah, they want you to do that, but people know that that's not you. And I think a lot of dudes get caught up in like having to, like, rappers know who the hot rappers are, whether or not that's their lane or not. Like if you know drill rap is hot, you know that ain't your lane. Right. But you's like, shit, I can still probably try to carry myself like they carry themselves. Yeah. Even though I'm not like them. So
let me wear a ski mask and like poo shots.
Right. Let me get right. I ain't never really did no gangster shit, but I'm gonna act like one because I think that like that. But that's how white people do us at work. White people do you like that too. It's like I think this person is like this, so let me hit them up like at the office. What up, bro?
Yeah.
Look, you don't say what up, bro, to the other white person at the office.
They never talk like that. They never talk.
So
like
why
that.
why I gotta be the bro? Or why am I wearing? I remember one dude told me, "Are those?" I wore some Pradas to work with my. I had a suit on with some Prada shoes. So I'm like, shit, man. I just want to look nice at work. The white boy, like, yo, man, what are those? Jordan? Is that a new type of Jordan or something? I'm like,
he should cut his ass out.
I said, nah, bro. You know, I mean, these don't look like Jordans.
That was a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
If you got Prada, you know Prada ain't Jordan.
He like,
you know,
comment. Yeah, he was like, "Are those Jordans, bro?" I'm like, "Nah, they ain't." I mean, I wouldn't. I don't get Jordan looking at these, my man. These is Prada. So his eyes got big, like, whoa, okay, you doing your thing, bro. I'm like, so why was your first comment Jordans though? Like, out of all the shoe brands,
so that's what he think black people wear. No, I said he was his compliment.
Right, so it's like, and I think rappers get caught up doing that, like trying to be something they not. They
do. I've literally seen it. They what happens is like, you know, like you said, they get caught up in what they feel like people want to see, or you know, they get caught up in that internet wave, and then I don't know. It's like that entitlement. I don't even really know where that come from. Where they feel like you supposed to interview me, or you supposed to wait on me,
or be happy that I'm on here.
Yeah, be happy that I'm on here, or I don't have to talk that much. Type like, why did you even want to do this interview?
No, we did have some dudes.
I think the people that be acting like that, they probably just kind of like insecure inside, so it just be like how they get it off because they probably afraid or don't know how to do.
And some of them can have anxiety. I was just looking at the stuff with Naomi Osaka. You #1 tennis player in the world. You coming out with like, oh man, you know, I've always had depression, I always had anxiety and talking in public, and I can see it from that standpoint, but then some people just assholes. Yeah. Like they just gonna be an asshole to you because they feel like you now, like, bro, if you feel like the Just Two Black Brothers ain't a popping podcast and this and that, and you don't gotta respect it when we asking you or respect the questions, then why the fuck did you come on here?
Exactly. I've been saying, like, think about it though. I be thinking about how much money Skip Bayless made. All he do is watch you and talk shit about LeBron all day. He probably made millions of dollars
to do that.
All day.
That's the same thing I be saying. Like the high class podcast, like with the No Jumper, Adam 22, and all of them. Like I know a lot of people probably paying to sit down, and it's like, bro.
But they not really going into they not even asking you questions about, like, they want to know drama.
Right.
Because they know everybody want to hear the drama, like, tell us about this and that. And they falling for this shit because they know, like.
My whole thing is, once Dame Dash was on Adam 22, and Dame Dash kind of already said what they was about when he was trying to talk shit about Kanye, and Dame wouldn't let him do it. Yeah. That already showed you how he was. So we should already, like, both of them, we should be messing with them already, but we still messing with them. That's like,
that shit be hella
already kind of like the ops. Like they ain't helping us. They arresting us, putting us in jail. You still want to interview for them niggas? But them niggas putting people in jail, like for real. I'm not exaggerating. They put people in jail. But you want to
like people? You said people going to jail for state comments they made on those podcasts.
Yeah, you really want this guy to interview you, and he's putting people in jail over interviews.
And then that's people say, "Oh, it's on the artist," but
that's on you after that.
If a person that's interviewing you, he do this for a living, why would he be asking you that shit? Even if you are supposed to consciously know not to tell on yourself, why is he egging that out of you? You know what I'm saying? And then you probably,
that's why I was thinking like how Dave Dash had that book Culture Vulture. Like that man really is a culture vulture because he just really just making money off the culture. He ain't helping them. Like, man, how much money you think he make on their YouTube?
They don't be even interested for real unless you like on a certain level. They don't be interested in you at all. That's
all day.
I'd rather come to somewhere where people actually gonna look or listen to my shit, or they actually, you know what I'm saying, interested, they asking good questions, engaging, not no drama about other artists. That's one thing that I always said. I don't want to do interviews where you asking me what I think about some other artist or some celebrity gossip. Like, why are we talking about that?
Yeah, I was like, man, that shit crazy. I was like, even like how the one dude interview him, it already looked like he interrogating him because he ain't even on the camera.
Yeah,
it sound like he doing interrogation and everything. They still be doing the interview. I was like, man,
I would never do an interview. I would never do an interview with Vlad TV. That's why I did that.
Off the camera. So you grew up in the Crip neighborhood,
bro?
Oh yeah.
Up in the Crip neighborhood.
So how many murders have you done? What the fuck?
Yeah, he like, I heard you got shot in 2008. Yeah, he be on some other shit. I was like, man,
like, how you know that? Don't nobody know that. I seen one video I like that. Somebody was like, I think Lil Baby shut him down.
Yeah.
Lil Baby was like, Lil Baby was like, yo, how you know that? Like, nah, we good, bro. I'm out.
Yeah,
you know.
And notice them type of artists don't even be dealing with Vlad. Like, them type of artists gonna be going
with him. You got dudes that's trying to get a resurrect their career that they had. They'll go on there talking that what they did or who did what and who know who and all. I'm like, yo, yeah. But now
I'm even with some of them OGs that be on there talking about some shit back in the day that nobody ever knew, like some shit. Because you know,
tomorrow, Pac had two bitches at the orgy that day.
He was there for 25 years. You talk about, I heard y'all know him and Suge used to fuck around. I'm like, damn, like him and Suge.
I would say go on the Breakfast Club more than that, but shit, the Breakfast Club ain't no better, man, because just how old boy was getting on Kwame Brown for a minute. Now
that Kwame Brown thing, I'm on Team Kwame, man. Like,
yo, Kwame, he snapped with the rebuttal when he came back.
He got on Charlamagne there. He made Charlamagne shut all the fuck down.
Hey, they picked the wrong person.
That's what, and I'm happy because Charlamagne be running his mouth too much. That's one thing you got to do. Like, when you an interviewer or whatever, you got to be careful with all the shit you spitting out of your mouth, bro. Like, you can't just be out here talking like you talking to your homeboys. This shit is being aired.
Like Benny Siegel, man. You got to watch that when Benny Siegel was talking that time. I think Benny Siegel was about to shoot his ass right there. Benny Siegel
he was talking reckless to him.
Yeah, like, man.
Oh, I gotta see that.
I know he got to get his raise, but like you said, you gotta know, like, a lot of these dudes, like BC was telling them, like, they from different lives. Like, a lot of these dudes is from the streets, and you can't just talk to people from the streets a certain way like that. You gotta have respect.
Sure. Yeah, that's why I didn't really respect that interview that Ebro did with Kodak, because he was like mad because Kodak wouldn't talk about that rape charge. But I was like, that's an open case, man.
Yeah. He ain't gonna do that.
I don't even listen to Ebro at all, though.
Man, Ebro made me mad because Ebro is I grew up in Sacramento. Ebro from Sacramento. Ebro started on the radio in Sac. And then he moved, and then I guess he got the Hot 97 offer, and then he relocated or whatever. But like, nah, he don't even be giving no love to like the West Coast like that. But I'm like, dude, you from that's where you from. But yeah, that interview made me mad too though, because it was like, bro, y'all trying to clown him for that? Like, this is what journalism. No, that ain't journalism, bro.
Man. If that dude say he don't want to talk about it, that means change the damn question. Don't be probing this shit.
And that's what he was doing. He was trying to change the subject on him, but they want to keep going back to it. He like, you gonna
tell me how to run my show? You can get out. I'm like, man, that shit whack. That was whack of Ebro. That was super whack.
I saw you be on the Activated podcast too, still, right? I saw you on a couple episodes.
Yeah, shout out to the Activated.
Shout out to Activated podcast. I'm co-hosting with them on Sundays. I go on the podcast, and we talk a lot about social injustice and stuff like that. So they've been hearing me and seeing me do my thing, and they done ran into me a couple of times at some protests, like last year when all the protests was popping. Me and him got cool, and he was just like, yo, I talked to the other fellas, and they really feel like you will be a good addition to the podcast. And I was like, I don't know, I got a lot going on, but we tested the waters, and so far so good. I think that we're gonna make it official this month, like an official fourth host. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. It's just
you got a lot of
you kind of have a little balance, man, because they ain't number three dudes talking. So it kind of when I was watching it, I like it better when you on their advice when you ain't on there.
Yeah, I like it. It's just that I feel like the contract need to come with some security. These motherfuckers got police all over their ass. Everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all. Actually, I was just about to say that. I was gonna say, yeah, they be having a lot of people after them. But then I was telling my wife, kind of like, man, sometimes I be kind of like, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I always try to look at stuff the other viewpoint and try to understand the other viewpoint. Sometimes I feel like you can never just be on one side. Like you always gotta try to understand it from both sides. That's where I'm coming from now. So sometimes, like I was saying to myself, if I was a cop, oh shit, I would have been I probably would have shot hella people because it's like you can't chance it. Like you don't want to. Like you got to go home to your family. You can't make a mistake because you can die right then. If you sitting there like, oh, I don't know if this dude gonna do something to me, and they pull out, they gonna shoot you. So I don't know. I be looking at that shit like, man, if I was a cop.
That's how I always try to look at everything, bro. Because like a lot of people looking at my page, they might think that I'm like anti-cops or some shit like that, and that ain't even the case. Like I got cops and family members and all of that. Plus, I'm from a big military family, so you know I'm about discipline and structure and following fucking rules and order and shit. But you know, it's just like the whole gist of it. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, everybody got a higher up. Everybody got somebody that they can be reported on or reported to. So if they just made that system where everything an officer do is kind of like tallied in there. So if you've ever shot somebody and they wasn't armed before, you got a history or a photo of that shit if they haven't fired you already. So if this is if this is ongoing, then you can't ever defend yourself and say it was an accident because we got a whole rap sheet of all the shit you do. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you wanted to come and report me, if I worked at Walmart, you can just report my ass. They ain't got no proof that I've done this.
But I'm saying, think about it. And then I say, so you working at Walmart, how many times you think you'll get reported in a year?
Shit, never.
No, I'm saying some people just will go report your ass because sometimes, you know, some of the customers they have bad attitudes and be reporting you for dumb shit.
Oh, so they just make up something about you? Like, oh, this person had bad attitude and now your boss talking to you about some shit that didn't happen for real?
And guess what? There's gonna be some repercussions for that shit. But a cop, you know, it's all about who you know in the force, how long you been there. You know, it depends on a lot of shit. I know a couple of, like that one officer, he done been fired like what they said. I think they said 11 times, and he trying to get rehired.
They don't get fired. They just they get transferred.
They get
they get a desk job or something.
Yeah,
administrative leave or some shit like that. But if we could just track that shit, man, just
but I don't know, man. Like that cop stuff is to me, it's like this is my thing. Whose life is more valuable? Like you can't say if I was a cop, I would have probably shot a lot of people because I don't want to risk. I won't go to my family. Shit, that person want to go home to their family too, and they ain't in the position to even like me. I can't tell the judge or the jury that I fear for my life. And I thought the cop was gonna pull his gun on me because I was black. So I pulled my gun first. When I saw him, he went to reach for his gun. I reached for my shit and shot him first. They ain't gonna let you do that.
But I'm saying, man, I was watching this.
But what makes it more?
It was actually hella videos where people was just they pulling the dude over traffic stop. They just get out their car and start busting. I saw like 10 of them, 10 videos, 10 little instances. They just pull out the car and start dumping. So that shit happened.
I agree. A lot of videos like that too. So that's why I feel like you said, seeing both sides. I see what period saw coming from, and I see what Poe coming from, because it's like that's a dangerous job, and that's the reason why I feel like they need to be offered more money. Because if you are getting paid to do the right thing, motherfucker, like you can't get these people chicken change, because then they're not gonna love this job. Then it also needs to be a longer training. And we need to be able to stuff need to be signed off on. Like, have you been in the field this long of a time period? Have you been under this type of pressure? You know, they need to have a system where they can make sure these people are fully trained before they put them out there with a gun. Until you've been fully trained, you don't need no gun. Just do traffic duty. It's a plenty of shit that you could do. It's homeless people and shit, elderly people. Take somebody to work because you're supposed to serve and protect. So do some serving. You can't protect yet.
And there's people who join the police force just for the wrong reason, man.
Yeah, some people
like people who, just like the people who stormed the Capitol was a lot of veterans.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of veterans got anti-American views.
A lot of racist group like the Nazis and the KKK is a lot of the police.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They said like you take the hood off, it's just the cops in the uniform.
Yeah.
That's why they say they had the hood in the first place.
Yeah.
That's why the KKK wore hoods. Because they was regular people who was in the community that didn't want to be seen. Right. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Remember on Scooby-Doo when they would finally catch that motherfucker, they pull that mask on there. Oh, shit.
Like, yeah, the motherfucker did right here the whole goddamn time. The whole every episode, he right here in the clip.
You be like Uncle Johnny. You chasing us niggas around this goddamn place.
Like, nigga,
all this time is Uncle Johnny.
Like bus driver. Like, what the fuck? Every morning, bus driver nice as hell.
Hey, at night, the bus driver is the Phantom of the Opera. You better be careful.
In the daytime,
hey, I bet that did have some symbolism though. Looking at it, that Scooby-Doo shit, like this terror, right? This terror that's been terrorizing you is somebody that you know.
The monster, and it's somebody you know the whole time, every time.
Yo, that's some wild shit. We didn't unearth some shit just now. Yeah, we didn't unearth something right here. Right here.
Like, hey,
I'm about to post that on my Facebook. Hey, y'all remember on Scooby-Doo they used to pull that mask off and be their uncle and shit? Like, you'd be like,
crazy. Cool. Let me find out that he was always telling them. Let me find out. Scooby my ass, nigga. What's in them treats?
That's a fact. So what you love about the podcasting? I know you talking about some of the stuff you don't like. What you do like about it?
What I do like is just like whenever I am having a good conversation, just like good vibes. Like a lot of people are just incredible ass people with some crazy ass backstories, my nigga. Like somebody you see them on the internet all the time, and they just so nice and positive, and then you talk to them, they like, yeah, my dad is dead, and my mom, and like there's like some crazy shit, and I'm like, yo, life is whoa. And
life is crazy.
It inspired me because, like, you think you got it bad, somebody else probably got it way worse, and they're able to move through this shit, maneuver through it so easily and gracefully. So it just keep me humbled and down to earth. But just meeting some good people, that shit is dope.
And I think that be the whole goal of it, like just to try to have a dope conversation with the person, because like everybody know you a singer, everybody know you're a rapper, everybody know you got an album coming out. But who are you? Mm-hmm. Who are you?
That's why I named because
that's what I like about that.
Originally, it was about people getting to know me because I've been doing this since 2018. But whenever I thought of the idea to interview people, I was like, shit. A lot of time artists, whenever they post, they ain't posting to like let you know who they are. They posting because of this image that they got to give the internet or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to some of these artists. They like 17 years old. I'm like, damn, I thought you was older. Nigga carrying themselves real mature. On their shit, they really studying the music. It's those type of people that I feel like need that highlight, and I wanted to put more spotlight on people like that because, like, the guy Orange Space I interviewed, and our interview got popular, and they ended up airing it on the radio out here. They got a call. They was like they wanted to take that episode. Bro was like, he got a speech impediment, and he learned through going to speech therapy how to sing. His music sound amazing, like some Drake shit. But if you try to talk to him, he can't barely get too many words out before he starts stuttering. Like, you don't meet people like that. The internet ain't gonna show you that. Instagram ain't gonna show you that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit I like. I love that type of shit. Just discovering.
Yeah, so that remind me of somebody though.
For real?
They had like
I was thinking about that dude on Harlem Nights, the boxer.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
But then I started thinking about
man. Y'all get mad at me some rich niggas.
Y'all stupid. That shit is incredible. I even got a cousin that's like that. Like, he rap, but whenever he talk, he stutter. When he rap, no stutter.
It's like Miss Chalet. She got that squeaky voice, but when you hear her songs, you're like, ooh, shit. Where that same person that was just talking with that squeaky high-pitched voice. Right. Now you could just sing something in my heart. That's my favorite song about Miss Chalet.
Yeah, man. I like it.
But that's what it is. Though we didn't really have, like, I think the last guy we talked to, that was like therapy for all of us.
Yeah.
We did all like talking to him about like with him, he had stopped rapping well, he had a bad deal with the label and put him in some depression and anxiety, plus other stuff going on. It's like, well, shoot, I've been going through the same thing. Poe been going through the same stuff. So it's like, oh, we just vibing. We ain't even talking about no damn music no more.
Yeah, that's what I used to tell. Like, what somebody asked me that, they was like, anything you notice? I was like, honestly, I noticed that a lot of us artists, we be trying to be different, but we all be having a lot in common.
Niggas be fucked up, got daddy issues, like, mama issues, like, girlfriend, boyfriend issues.
Oh, I went through this, so I moved here and had to go through this. It's like, bro, I had the same shit. That's how I ended up in Cali. So it's like, you be vibing tough with people. The only thing I wish people to stop doing is after the interview, they be like, oh, we're going to work together. And you never hear from their ass again. I wish don't do that no more, man.
Like, send me a verse. All right, I got you.
That's a part of the game right there.
I be wanting to work for real. Shit. Send a
yeah, you gotta put that shit like, you gotta hit them with like, we're gonna do something by tomorrow. Don't put that pressure on.
Put the end of the date on that bit because I really ain't
that's a formality.
Yeah, that is. Niggas be trying to say some shit.
Stay up, nigga.
Go, all right, man, stay up. We gonna hit it. We gonna link. Nigga, I never.
I was talking about that this morning. I was like, I said that shit be weird because I got that shit where it show you who unfollow you. So it'd be like, it be people I interview, they unfollow me. I'm like, the fuck? I just unfollow them back. I ain't
you see that? Oh, they show you that on Instagram?
No, I had paid for an app.
Oh yeah.
Why would somebody you interview, you didn't charge them nothing, then they unfollow you like that? Like, that shit crazy. I was like, people be
that's what I'm saying, man. This shit be weird, bro. Like,
nigga, that's how I felt when LL Cool J unfollowed me, nigga. Real talk. Like, nigga, you told me you was gonna follow me, and you never put an expiration date on you following me, man. Like, you just said you was gonna follow me and shit. So then I went to his. Hey, that's like on Facebook. You go look at one of your friends, that shit say add friend next thing. Then you like, ooh.
Hey, you kept looking at that Twitter. You said follow you. Then they say that shit no more. Like, damn. Then you go to his friends. You type your name in. Like, shit.
I swear that Twitter be killing it. Like, damn. I could have sworn we were following each other. Where your follows you at? Where your follows you at, my G?
Hey, the niggas, then you want to get petty. You email a nigga like, yo, man, what's good, fam? And then you be like, oh, nigga, my shit got hacked, bruh. Or it's a glitch in the system. That shit be following people sometime. I'm like,
petty be like, you go unfollow them on your other shit. Like, you go Instagram unfollow. You unsubscribe on YouTube. You're a friend on Facebook.
YouTube, yeah, all that. Nigga, I need my followers up. Because some artists, they be wanting their followers to be higher than the following. I've never been that type.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't even care about that.
Well, me too, like, but I'm just saying, it's certain people you do that with.
Yeah, it's certain.
One of them, you gonna follow me back. Like, I understand the game, but shit, you gonna follow me.
Hey, Lil Peanut 5,000 with 200 followers. If I interviewed your ass, nigga, you better stay my friend, my nigga. Like,
I know.
Lil Peanut got a feature from the baby. Now that nigga I'm following everybody who he knew before that.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's the reason why. Like, that's the reason why I just want to keep, continuing to go hard and do the art, because like I feel like niggas like me, I show so much love that it wouldn't even be normal for a nigga like me to be in the game, because I would be showing so much love to people that you never heard of. I'll be reaching down the ladder. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to do that no more because everything is a battle. I want to have more followers.
I guess the only thing is, like, I just interviewed somebody talking about this. So he was helping somebody, and then that dude ended up blowing up. And then he blew up.
That's how it's gonna be.
And then he ain't reached back up. It's actually somebody.
Damn. He didn't reach back out to him?
He was talking about NBA Youngboy.
Oh, he used to work with him.
Yeah, he helped.
Oh, he was big first though. He was big.
Yeah, he was the bigger one first, so he helped him get. He had the most songs. Then he blew up. Then
that shit. That's how it goes. A lot of times the student outshine the master. A lot of times, I mean, that's the reason why Drake and Kanye had a big feud and still do, because Kanye was like teaching him everything he know, helping him a lot, and then Drake just outshine that nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and Kanye always felt like, oh, he should wait until my album dropped first, and I'm the one that helped him. But even Jay-Z did that to Jazzo. Yeah.
But shit,
I guess that shit y'all watch that martial arts, that shit say never outshine the master. So it's like, man, you gotta pay some respect to them. Like, especially if somebody put you in the game, I wouldn't think that's right.
Yeah,
but that's like when
I feel like it'll come back.
Like to me, like I like how Drake doing Lil Wayne. I know he ain't doing Kanye different, but I like how he paid respect to Lil Wayne.
He got it. That's like mandatory. That's mandatory for him too. Yeah. But I think that's how him and Meek Mill first started beefing. Where it was like Meek Mill expected Drake, like, man, you know, if you don't want my song, you should push it. But Drake was like, nigga, you the little nigga. Like, I mean, you should be happy I just did the verse.
Yeah.
In a way. Like, I don't gotta push it. I don't gotta promote the song if I don't want to. But I guess he took some type of offense to it. Like, so that whole beef, but a whole beef started on that. Like, you not promoting my shit.
Nicki Minaj.
And then Drake was able to kill him with the Nicki Minaj stuff too. So it was like, he with Nicki. How come your camp people ain't pushing the song? We together. But I'm like, shit. What if Drake like Nicki?
Yeah.
I know. They know what.
All that one video where she went all in his lap, like niggas.
Hell, like, you already hit. You like, look, some things are just you just know happened already, huh?
Yeah, some shit. I bet that shit already happened. How much?
But Nicki is a G because I gave her props for seeing green. Because I was like, ain't no other nigga out there right now that's gonna say, Drake and Wayne, can you do a song with me and we do that shit right now and drop it? It probably ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Like that.
I thought that's an old.
No, that's one of the newer songs. The other joints is old. She got 4 new songs. 4 of the songs was new. The rest was an old mixtape by the same name that came out like in 2009.
Yeah, but she couldn't release all
Green.
So she replaced some.
You could tell Seeing Green was new because they was talking about 2021. Something there Drake was talking about 2021, but no, she was. But I was like, damn, you was able to just get both of them to just give you a verse and y'all do the song. A lot of people probably couldn't make that happen.
Oh no, but she gonna, man. I said, man, these girls will be glad she getting old. That's the only thing really. She getting older and she trying to have a life, but shit, if she still wanting to do this rap shit, she'll still be the head. Shit, ain't nobody really talking about her right now.
That shit, everything, singing, talking in another language, all that shit, fucking going.
I was like, damn, that's her singing like that. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, shit. I didn't know she sang, man. She be singing, bro. They don't even give her a part to sing.
At least she had the pop song, so it was like,
she sings better than Drake. I think she sings better than Drake. She be singing.
Yeah, she got a voice, bro. I ain't even know she was
But it's like, damn, and it's almost like, you know, sometimes being a certain rapper, you gotta wait. It's like a job where you like, shit, I know I'm gonna get my boss job when the nigga retire, but shit, I don't know when he gonna I don't know when he plan on leaving, but I know that shit mine when he leave. But
it's just like
a lot of people that time taking you out. Yep.
Like Jay-Z still one of the top rappers, but he ain't really the top rapper because he just like time taking him out. He's 50 years old. These little kids ain't listening to no damn Jay-Z. I don't care what you talking about. Like they listen to Boost Ice-T, all these 44 Doug, all these other shit. I
like that little nigga though. I like 42 Doug.
Man, I got a list of all these rappers. I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all know them? Because I don't know none of these rappers. I had to take the list and I was going.
A lot of them I do not know. Boo. This gonna be interesting.
All right, so I'm gonna start from the bottom. It's a Tay Keith.
Hey, he the producer, I think.
Okay.
Tay Keith. Yeah, so, he rapped too though. I think he produced and rap.
Big Scar.
Nope.
I heard of him, but I don't know who he is.
Take a Day Trip.
That's an artist's name. Nope. No.
Don Toliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Toliver tight. I like Don Toliver.
Murder Beats.
No.
I heard of Murder Beats. He a producer though.
Internet Money.
Hell no.
No, I'm saying I ain't heard none of these cats. It say make a hit for $10 and it's just like a little meme.
Wait, look. Don Toliver got the song Cardigan. I'm finna pull up, hop out at the after party.
Oh yeah.
Girls that we're about to get out of. Yeah, that's him.
But I was feeling bad, man. I was like, I'm getting old, man. I can't keep up with these young niggas no more. I was like,
we talked about this, I think, last week where we was like, yo, is there any songs that are out now that you would still play again? Like I just heard Hola Jovito the other day from Blueprint. I'm like, ooh, that shit's so hard. But is there some songs that you hear now from new artists that you'd be thinking like these people who are now teens, when they get in their 40s, are they gonna be playing it too?
Hey, I would say, can I answer it right quick? Because I ain't get to answer it last time. I'm in the
yeah. What'd you say?
Man, I tell you one song you still play is that Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, that Leave the Door Open. That shit
yeah,
gonna rock.
Yeah, I ain't heard it.
I thought you were saying a song that we wouldn't be listening to.
No, what I'm saying is there any songs that you think? Is there any songs that you hear now that you feel like from some of these newer artists that you think that'll be played in 30 years, like as a timeless classic?
Probably just that Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug song, Lifestyle. That probably played.
But then again, you got to think the mind frame of the people who listening to it now that's young. Are they going to carry that song with them into their 40s?
I think that Black Beetle might play later.
Oh, Black Beatles. What's that? What's that people? What's their names? Ray Shrimmer. Oh, Black Beatles. Yeah.
And a lot of they don't really be making long standing like anthem like shit that like when it come on you be like, oh shit, like I haven't heard nothing like that.
Only Drake probably will be the
Drake
should be played. Because I think right now, you play that shit.
I think J. Cole, but J. Cole's gonna be on some Nas shit. J. Cole gonna be the one. Years later, they're gonna be saying he was the tightest one. They're gonna be like he gonna get treated like Nas.
Man, you want to know something funny with me and J. Cole?
I can see that. I can see that.
J. Cole, I don't got a lot of replay value with. He don't get a lot of replay value with me.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna probably have to listen to him when I think once you're done with everything, then you listen to it like that, then I think you're gonna have more respect for him. Because just like now, when you listen to some of these older rappers and you listen to their whole body of work, then you kind of get a different vibe. You like, oh, they did it like
you're right about that, because like lately I've been going through hella people catalog that, you know, I used to listen to everybody, but I'm starting to listen to people that maybe I missed as a child. Like I didn't listen to a lot of Wu-Tang growing up, and I'm like, why? That's blowing my mind. I'm so into RZA right now, dog. Like it's crazy. I got his like I'm so into this guy, and I'm like, damn. Like I wish I would have been like all into this, but you know,
at the time,
as a child, it's gonna be a lot of artists that they may start giving chances to later. J. Cole definitely gonna be one. Because everybody, they don't know whether they want to love him or hate him. You know, like it's so much back and forth with that guy. But he do got a great body of work.
You listen to Ghostface yet?
Which one?
You been listening to Ghostface yet?
Yeah, I'm catching up on him too. I'm learning about like why it was the Wu-Tang, why everything was based off the karate, like what, you know, the kung fu and everything. And I'm learning why they got the names that they got. Like,
they got a TV show too. You watch that TV show?
What they TV show?
Yeah.
I'm reading the book and I'm watching like every old ass interview that they've ever made. And it's another, it's like a documentary somewhere that I was watching. I think it's on YouTube with RZA. But I just been watching a lot of, because somebody gifted me the book. And I had also got gifted a Wu-Tang shirt. And I'm like, I got all this Wu-Tang shit, but I really don't know. I like to know the origin. Because like growing up, bro, I used to be subscribed to Vibe magazine. I knew why artists was hanging with what artists. I knew what they was working on. Like I was a guru with the music shit. So like lately in COVID, I was like, shit, I'm starting to get back into that, doing research. I always research. So I wanted to know why Wu-Tang started, who started it, who was the first one, what made it happen. You feel me? And it's RZA, dog. And watching kung fu movies, 11 Brothers and Sisters, and he watched one movie that resembled him, and he took the kung fu and made this shit like a symbolic to the hood. And they started studying Buddhism. Like I'm reading all that shit. And I just try to like learn shit every day, my niggas. Just like right now I'm learning chess, and I'm doing that until I learn that. Because I try to learn a new skill like all the time. I try to keep my mind busy like that. But these guys was like learning about kung fu and shit way back then. This was not something that was like encouraged. This was not something that was in. This was not something that was influenced to them. And they literally made their life. They really done did this shit. And it's like monks and shit that respect the Wu-Tang. It's people, everybody, all these different people respect the Wu-Tang because it's deeper than rap.
Man, it's a white couple. They live around the corner. They live maybe like a couple blocks over. And it's an older white family. And then in their window, they got a flag that say Wu-Tang is forever.
Bro.
And hey, I'm gonna say, man, what y'all think about that? Well, he had to sell that album, but you remember that one dude?
Martin Shkreli. He went to prison. Yeah.
He had to give that album up. I want to hear that album.
I do too.
Yeah, he paid like $2 million or something like that for it.
You gotta. I think you gotta wait till like they made like a crazy year. You gotta wait before they can release it.
Damn.
He bought some album from Lil Wayne too
before they put it out, huh?
He bought an unreleased Lil Wayne album.
He
got 7. He got locked up for 7 years though, because he was a dude. Shkreli, Martin Shkreli. He raised the price of a cancer drug because I think it was like $5 for the drug. He raised that shit to like 5,000 or some shit. Man. Like, that nigga he was an asshole though. Just like
that's super tax.
I remember him being on the internet like, if y'all want this unreleased Lil Wayne and Wu-Tang and all that shit. I remember that.
Well, look, somebody like that, braggadocious doing all that, they gonna get your ass. Something later. They gonna find something like him. They got him on like some tax evasion, tax fraud. They don't like nobody having something that they ain't got, bitch. Right, like they did with weed. So y'all getting money off weed and we ain't. Weed is bad and it's gonna make you smoke crack later and it's gonna make you do heroin later. Like Post said, smoking weed. Post said smoking weed don't make you want to do crack.
Damn sure don't. Gateway drug, gateway to what?
Yeah, they ain't no damn gateway drug.
Gateway to more weed, shit. What they talking about?
More weed.
More weed and more ways to smoke it and all kind of stuff.
They trying to make psychedelics legal in Cali now.
Well, that's
I keep wanting to do that damn. Everybody keep talking about that DMT. I want to try some. I just want to that. Man, that shit like they just say that's like it's kind of like some sort of acid, but they say that shit just take your mind somewhere else. Even Steve Jobs was saying about Bill Gates. He was like, Bill Gates, all right, he just should drop some acid. All them people take acid because they say it just kind of like unlock your mind and you be thinking a whole other way and shit. That's
bro, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I did shrooms, the second time I did shrooms, I think it was the first time. I threw away all my weed and I didn't smoke weed for like a month. That shit really do unlock shit, but in order to keep it, you would have to be eating them bitches all the time, and I'm not trying to get addicted to nothing.
I don't even know what you supposed to eat like regular shrooms. Like, I'm like, what kind of mushrooms you supposed to eat?
You gotta get the kind from the cow manure or the kind they make in the laboratory.
Yo, y'all being for real?
Yeah.
Damn. So the shrooms, you gotta keep eating them. You gotta keep eating them to get to keep whatever effect you get from it.
That shit crazy. That shit like Mario Brothers, huh? You gotta be like hit that motherfucking brick, get that mushroom.
Hell yeah. Cause bro, like it opened my mind up like a motherfucker. It had me very much in tune with myself in the world. Like everything seems like it's coming alive. Trees, everything. And it just kind of made me a lot more humble and as a human being. Like I was just like a fragile human. Like I felt like a baby for at least a month. I felt like I didn't want no problems. I'm a nice lady. I don't smoke. I was like different. And then I started.
What do you think the bad?
You seeing life in 3D? It sounds like you seeing life in 3D.
Yeah, man. I saw myself pregnant. And I was like, is this a sign, God? Like, you want me to have sex with a man or what? Like, I can't. Yeah, it was weird.
Damn.
My stomach protruded. Everything, bro. Real talk. My stomach protruded.
So what do you think it gets bad is when people overuse them?
I think if people like are in a bad mental space, because if you are used to using it, then you ain't gonna have no bad trip. But if you're in a bad mental space and you start to put the stuff in your body, you probably gonna have a bad trip. Or if you're around bad energy, because I've had a cousin call me and they had a bad trip and it was like wild shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then other times they taking it and they normal as hell, very chill, but they were like with other people. So when I did it,
gotta have your body right, mind right before you start. When
I did it, for a year. I said, hell no. Everybody kept trying to get me to do it. No. My grandma passed away, and I was getting ready to fly back home the next day. And my cousin was like, I got some shrooms, and I was like, I don't know. Let me get some. Let me try a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it because it's like it was a very interesting experience, but it's just not something I would say be on all the time. Like it ain't just for everybody, you know. I wouldn't do it all the time.
I think they said the DMT come from like frogs. They like poke the frog and you get it out like that.
Yeah, okay, so now I know what you're talking about. That's where Mike Tyson took, and he said that's the reason why he's so different now, because he said I licked the frog, but I think he licked the frog. He licked it. He was at some bonfire and he licked the fucking frog, and he said that shit changed his world. He got interviews talking about it like crazy.
You gotta watch I watched that shit. How them people be doing afterwards? That shit be looking crazy though.
Yeah,
I think it's some poison they eating. Huh?
Yeah, they got little camps. You come in like kind of like sign yourself in, and it's like a little retreat, and all they do is psychedelics and shit.
I think they got one out here.
I bet they do. I think the one I saw was in Canada.
Yeah.
I ain't ready for that type. I ain't ready for that type of stuff. That shit, man. You be calling your parents, telling them how you really feel about them and shit.
Bro, you be in your feelings like crazy. Like you be crying and all kind of shit, and you be wanting it to be over, but you gotta like ride it out.
Oh
damn!
Sometimes 2-3 hours, you gotta ride it out.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a reason why though. Like those things do that. The same way Poe was saying, those dreams, those and how you interpreted dreams. Some of that stuff is somebody trying to tell you something, or something from your subconscious is just coming out to play and coming to life in a way.
What I think I picked up from my trip was that I got multiple personalities, because it was a point where I turned around and it was 7 different versions of myself behind me. And in a sense, it started to make sense because like they were fighting each other to be in the spot that the current me was in. And I started when I came to like the next day, I started to interpret that as all the different times that I made bad decisions in my life. I felt like it wasn't me that was in control. It was one of them. And like because they were like bad. They were mean. They were fighting each other. They was like all stingy, wanted to get in the spot of the current me. So when I looked at that, I was like, okay, so a lot of times when I'm making bad decisions or when I'm moving too fast, maybe I need to like slow down, because maybe that I'm not being myself. You know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily mean I got multiple personalities, but maybe it's showing me that you're not always yourself or something like that, you know?
Yeah, what they be saying, because somebody was telling me like when people say out my mind, it's like shit like that, like you out your mind, you're not yourself.
It felt very 3D, bro. Like even the cover, I had some cover over me, and the cover was looking at me like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Damn, this shit is too much." Everything came alive. Like everything was alive.
I'm gonna do one and see what happened.
If you do like a 3.5, I think that's like the minimal to feel something. Just the only thing that they say is like, you know, drink a lot of fruit or juice, you know,
I heard that.
Yeah, because if you drink fruit, juice, different stuff like that, it kind of like help you feel it a little quicker, and it just gives you that vibe. You know, it puts you there. Some people say don't eat. Some people say eat. I don't know what to do with that, but I threw the fuck up.
From the earth, though. Ain't mushrooms from the earth, shit.
Yeah, it's from the earth. I vomited because I think it was the nerves of it. Like I vomited. But it was like after I had chewed it up and ate it, it was like an hour later I vomited. And I still was high, like still on the shit.
Did you get the mushroom from the manure?
We bought it from somebody, but it probably came from a laboratory, because most of the shrooms nowadays come from laboratories, just like the weed.
Yeah.
They ain't out there getting the real deal out the cow.
So it's like it's the synthetic shrooms in a way.
Yeah, in a sense.
It's like the lab created. They putting whatever they want in that shit.
You find you somebody that actually go out there and pick them, you probably get some lab shit. Yeah,
that's crazy. But look, good looking on coming through, chopping it up with us. It's always good talking. It's always good talking to you. You know,
I appreciate y'all having me on. This was a good conversation. We went all over.
That's what we like to do. That's what we like to do. Oh, you got a video? Oh wait, let's jump a video. You got a video ready, Poe?
Nah, I think you want to play one of your songs.
I mean, We could play one. What all I said? I think I said. Oh, play that. We can play Chosen or Mortality. It's up to y'all.
Okay.
Mortality.
Yeah, audio.
Mortality.
You got the audio, Paul?
Mortality on some government shit, and Chosen just me popping my shit. It was produced by Oso Clutch out here in San Diego. Mortality, I bought that beat offline.
Y'all getting them PPPs and all
yeah.
Hey, man, look, this is what I real quick. Somebody's talking about people getting PPPs, but I'm like, shit. If a person got it, then they qualify for it, right?
Not necessarily.
Wait, you can get a PPP without qualifying for it?
Yeah, that's how they get locked up.
Oh, I was thinking like, so you just gave them some bogus information in a way. Because I was thinking if you applied and they gave it to you, this shit, you good.
That's what it should.
Because I was looking at some people hating. They was like, "Yo, man, people out there getting these PPPs." But I read an email that they sent me because we had got the other joint, the grant joint.
Yeah,
but grant. See, like if you didn't get the whole 10,000 the first time, because back then the first one was they was giving you $1,000 per employee. You said you had, or whatever. So now with the new one. They said if you didn't get the whole 10, we giving you an opportunity to apply for the rest. And also we give another 5,000 if you live in a low income neighborhood. And they got like this little calculator. If you live in a low, if you put your address in it and it show up as like a low income neighborhood, they give you another 5,000 on top of the grant.
Oh, I ain't know nothing about that.
I didn't know about it till today. I saw it. I was like, they've been doing it since March.
That's why everybody been flying to Vegas and shit, Miami and shit.
Niggas been eating right now, boy.
I would say, man, I was like, I don't hear too many white people talking about that shit though.
Why you think that? They ain't doing it, or they
get their money, man. They don't care about the they get their money.
They get their money. They ain't buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris too, though.
Yeah. Remember they said Tom Brady got PPP loan.
Kanye West got one. Robert De Niro got one.
No, Tom Brady got one.
Yeah, right. Robert De Niro got one. Tom Brady got one. For what? What business he had that? But
the Lakers got one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So man, shit. No, I'll be like, man, you better, if you can get it, cause shit. Get
it.
That's crazy though. Like they giving out all this money, and why do we have homelessness? I just don't.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be if you give them the Lakers one, the Lakers don't need no damn PPP loan. If the Lakers get one, everybody should get one. They just catch everybody. Right. The Lakers one.
Right, like they said about the first one. How y'all gonna sit there and let some people how you gonna let poor people self-certify they got a business? You don't even want no documentation. You ain't think we probably the smartest race here when we put our mind to it. So if you tell them, hey, the government will give you $10,000 tomorrow if you tell them that you got a company with 10 employees and you ain't got to prove it to them.
They gonna do it. That's
somebody
why
somebody gonna be the guinea pig first.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like, oh, your shit went through? Nigga, that whole hood get one.
That's why
you can't be mad.
Yeah, and the dumb niggas is the niggas talking about, oh, they got $1 million. They flossing it on YouTube. We got $1 million PPP. Nigga, you did get $1 million. If I would have got $1 million, you wouldn't know I got $1 million. See, I'd be right here still talking regular as fuck, like I didn't get it. Like you sitting there flossing.
That's why I hate them shows like bait car and shit like that. Like you go put a car in the hood and then put the keys in there, and then you arrest the people that get in there. Like, nigga, why y'all fucking with these people?
Right. Oh yeah, I used to like that show. I used to like that show. I ain't like it though.
Yeah, cause I'm like, what you expect them to do?
Yeah, just like if you put up on the computer screen, hey, apply for this, we're gonna give you 10 bands, nigga. They gonna
look.
Like, come on.
No.
I used to look at that Bay car shit. I'm like, ain't this shit entrapment? That's how you look at that shit.
It kind of is, though. Entrapment. It's like you can't put no Ferrari in the hood with the window down with the key on the seat. I mean,
why you trying to take the car, nigga? I was trying to take the car too.
And your excitement is gonna overrule any suspicions you may have. You like.
Yeah, every time
somebody left a Ferrari over here with the key in it.
Man, that's how you talk about Ferrari, man. I hate these little white boys be coming to the hood doing pranks and shit because they had one where they had one where this white boy was dropping his phone, and then when somebody pick it up, he'll be like, "That's my phone." They be like, "No, that's my phone." Then he'll shock them. I was like, man.
Oh yeah, you gonna get killed doing that.
All these little white boys be going to the hood and doing pranks and like that and shit.
They had a YouTuber just get killed like that, trying to prank, like, breaking somebody's car or some shit. I don't know. It was something, but they got stabbed or shot or something.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
got this one dude. They be at Walmart. He throw a bucket on your head. Then he run away.
He dropped the whole roller.
The video's hard to watch, bro, because I know how people are quick to fucking nut up. I be like, I can't even hardly watch it because I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? I couldn't do shit like that.
Them people be so in shock they don't react that fast. I see them like a whole roll of paper towels on somebody's head. I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah, I know too, man. Imagine you just trying to get through your day, man. You don't know what them people be going through. Then you just going fucking with them.
I'm paranoid. Yeah, I'm paranoid. I don't like people playing like that because you're gonna put my life in danger because I'm gonna take it serious. Like, do not play like that with me.
Hey, you didn't pick up the last box of brown cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts for your baby, and this nigga come and take them shit on your car and put it in his shit and walk off. Then you gonna get your head took off.
Yeah, especially some of them women you already know they probably like, shit, let me just get this shit so I can go home and cook. Don't that bullshit.
Hell yeah.
And you can't take it out the car.
Yeah, we gonna
let's get into this track. Yeah. All right, bet.
Some people ain't coming home. Laid low, got you some money you stumbled on. Locked out streets, there's some hopper coming home. Too many homies lost their life, the bullets entering their dome. How many flowers being laid on top of caskets? Every angle a victim to be attacked in. Every channel that I click through, I see madness. Ain't no love in these streets, so mine I ration. Guns is blasting, innocent in front of barrels. Planned another burial, no time for Christmas carols. Passage narrows, and now we can see the arrows pointing at the house. At the end of that road, inside a mother well, and she won't see a kid again. Was a good boy, the news ain't paint him innocent. Running in some business should've never meddled with. Family out here arguing, look what the fuck you did. This wall gon' meet my fists. Your mama throwing fits. Your honor can't dismiss. Too many witnesses turned himself in. Too scared we wouldn't miss. Catch me outside, how about that, you little bitch? And so the cycle spins. Every brother got an end. Every daughter lose a father. Every son loses friend. They say the truth hurts, my finger bleeding on the pen. Forgive me, God, I'm fighting devils in the den. Collecting money, get donations from your kin. Stories about you start, remember when? Hard to fathom all this life one day will end. Give me love, give me light, give me zen. Philosophical thoughts, enlightenment. Opportunity knocked and let me in. Say a prayer for the souls, we'll meet again. Immortal hold the bones and the skin. Yeah, some people ain't coming home. Laid low, got you some money you stumbled on. Locked out streets, there's some hopper coming home. Too many homies lost their life, the bullets entering their dome. How many flowers being laid on top of caskets? Every angle a victim to be attacked in. Every channel that I click through, I see madness. Ain't no love in these streets, so mine I ration. Guns is blasting. Now let's talk retaliation. You took a life from us, how it feel when trading places. None of my people writing statements, all they seen was bloody pavements. Raised by granny, neighborhood was labeled dangerous. Take your possessions and the ego that you came with. Had no direction, niggas could've made you famous. Took our resources in the ghetto, left us hanging from a tree and wonder why these niggas banging. Well, ask the broker who refused the brother's payment. Took recess and replaced it with arraignment. BLM, how come speech is the attainment? Where is the justice? I didn't choose this type of slavery. Unknown killings, cops defense, he shouldn't have made me. And if you speak on it, you pull the race card. Land of the free, but you'll get stomped across the yard. By your people, by yourself, and by them boys. We was laughing, police asked us what's the noise. We was passing, niggas waved at us with toys. We was partying, filled myself up with drugs. She was married, but she made me fall in love. We was kids, look forward to growing up. We was jits, the signs, we threw them up. Attention didn't pay us good enough. When you pray, hope you sending me one up. Oh, some people ain't coming home. Laid low, got you some money you stumbled on. Locked out streets, there's some hopper coming home. Too many homies lost their life, the bullets entering they dome. How many flowers being laid on top of caskets? Every angle a victim to be attacked in. Every channel that I click through, I see madness. Ain't no love in these streets, so mine not ration. Guns is blasting. These streets.
Yeah, I like that joint.
Appreciate it.
Just some real positive music, man. And you know, it's vibe music too. You know, if you it's a vibe for people who on that type of movement. It should be something that everybody listen to, but you know how the game is. They wouldn't push nothing like that. You gotta be nasty on there for them to push that.
Nasty shit. That's the reason why my music is like hard to categorize, because I like to make a little bit. I got something for everybody. I got a little bit of everything for everybody. I make music the way I listen to music. Sometimes I make stuff that could be considered Christian rap or R&B or reggaeton, whatever the fuck I feel like making. That's what I'm gonna record. But like last year, when I first started on this, I wanted to make something where it's like you can look at it in two different perspectives, or maybe even three. Because the first verse, I'm talking as if it's like the person's fault that they died, because a lot of times whenever you are talking about these situations, that's the first thing that come up. Well, what did they do? Where was they at? That's why I said, you know, your mama out here arguing, look what the fuck you did. That's why I said that, because it's like, you know, sometimes you can blame the victim. And then I also wanted to flip it in another perspective. I'm talking to the person that killed whoever the victim is. Like, look what the fuck you did. My mama out here mad. You know, so it's like two different perspectives. And then in that second verse, I talk about it as if it's a retaliation. Like, you took a life from us, how we feel when trading places. So it could be a cop killing a black person in a black family getting revenge. It could be black on black, how a lot of people like to bring that up. Well, niggers kill niggers. So we can say that. We can put that scenario there. But I tried to make it to where you could put any type of scenario, but it's still the same type of story frame, where it's like, basically the story frame is that we're not immortal. We all have, you know, we all gonna leave this place, but it's the biggest thing is about how we leave. And you know, this injustice shit, that's a problem, because my spirit would be disturbed if I'm murdered. Like, if I'm killed before my time, how can I rest? You feel me? So it's just a song I made to kind of, you know, stir people up and get them to thinking. You know, I like to fuck with people's emotions.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah,
so
man.
Yeah, once again, good looking coming through, chopping it up with us. Come back anytime. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you got.
I gotta have y'all on for real. No bullshit.
Oh yeah. Now let us know.
Yeah,
we doing this every Thursday. So any other day, you'll get with Posty what he got going on. But we make it happen.
Like Lakers about to lose.
I just saw the score. It's 45-18. I'm like, yeah, that's over, man. Like 45-18 in the second quarter.
Damn.
Chris Paul just beat the hell out of Marcus Gasol.
You might as well just go home. Look, hey, I'm one of them dudes. I'm going home at halftime. They're like, where Leo go? I'm like, man, he's thinking it went home.
You heard me? It's 52-29.
Dang.
Yep.
Is halftime yet?
No, it's 5 minutes to go.
Dang, and it's still 5 minutes? Yeah, I'm going home at halftime. I'm out.
All
but yeah, man, look, we're going to roll out of here. We're going to holler at you.
Man. Shout out to the Just Black brothers, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out Bizzy Balboa representing San Diego. Let's go.
Yes, sir. SD.